We're back and you're watching News Channel 3 Live at 9. Our next guest spent 14 years in a federal prison. How he's devoted his life to making sure all kids all across this country don't follow in his footsteps.
And this week, motivational speaker Andre Norman is bringing that message right here to Shelby County. He's working with Ron Wade of Hope Works, which, congratulations. We have just heard, tell me if I'm wrong,
right,
that your organization helped more people graduate than the entire state of Oregon?
That's correct. That's correct. It's pretty incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man, and that was before you brought the heavy lifting in.
That's true. There's no telling what we'll do now, right?
Yeah. Ron, when we do this, though, what difference can it really make in the community for those who don't know?
Well, Alex, Hope Works for the last 30 years has been involved with transformational changes in adult lives, whether it's dropping out of high school or someone coming out of reentry, or maybe a single mother or even a single father trying to get a good job. So we think it'll continue to be a great influence.
So we first met you, Mr. Norman, when you came, before you were going to speak for Hope Works, you wanted to see what they were doing, which is really pretty impressive, because some people would just take the check and come do a speech and be done with it.
Right.
What did you find when you came to Memphis a couple of months ago?
When I first met Ron, he invited me to come, and I told him that I would come to his breakfast if I got a chance to see his work and his staff and their commitment, because I've met many programs. And I've come to Memphis. I've spent every day with Ron. He picks me up in the morning, he drops me off at night, and we're together all day. And I can tell you, Hope Works works. I mean, they work around the clock. They have a diligent staff. I've seen participants. I've seen lives changed. And that's why I'm back again in Memphis.
In the other cities, though, Andre, where you've traveled, what doesn't work? Where are the holes? Where are these huge voids? And what's needed?
One of the disconnect between leadership and the ground staff. Whereas Hope Works, the leadership and the ground staff are out there together. There's nobody sitting behind a desk all day just sending out texts and emails. Ron is literally on the ground. And his wife comes out and works with him. The community comes out and works with him. People who don't work for Hope Works work with him. Highland Church is a huge supporter. People see good work and they come to it.
So what's your message to, you're going to be visiting some schools this week while you're here. You're coming back in February to do a talk, as we mentioned,
yes.
But you really want to get on the ground to these kids. What's your message to them?
My message is education is a key to success. I started my life, I didn't listen, I had a hard upbringing, and I went off the wrong track. And my teachers had always told me education would make the difference. I went back and got my GED. And that GED has propelled me around the world. So education works. And I want them to understand you can get it now, and hopefully you won't have to get it later. But education works, and there are people like Ron, like Hope Works, like Highland Church, like tons of, or like yourselves, who care about you, and to connect.
So how do we make that connection, though, with young people? Because, as both of you know, that is not the easiest thing to do, to say, yes, stay in school, get your education. But how do you make that message really resonate? For
me, that's the beauty of Hope Works. It hires people who've lived through that scenario, who's had that hard upbringing, and they bring in people like myself. They merge us with people who have the college degrees and the technical skills, with people who have lived experience, and together we bring both sides of the message. It's not one side or the other, it's a collective. We need people with personal experience, as well as people with college degrees and technical skills, and together we go out and we make a difference.
One on one, one at a time.
It's 2 against 1.
2 against 1 for sure.
Well, even if it's one-on-one with you, it's really 2 against 1, because you are larger than life. Thank you so much for your
We
work.
appreciate what you do here, and we're glad you have us on.
Absolutely. We love Hope
All right,
Works.
gentlemen,
You
thank
got
you
a
very
gem.
much.
Thank you.